Indeed, remaining in the comfort zone, playing it safe, or as you said, stepping out, finding a voice, finding a sound. This is also what our next speaker, who is quite a character, will show you, how he also took a bold step. Miklós Veszprémi is a climate change consultant, an activist based in Zurich. Growing up in Basel, he started playing piano at the age of 5. He built an international career as a concert pianist, but during his music theory PhD studies at Yale, however, he became aware of the true impact of climate change. He began devoting his entire existence to fighting this climate crisis, and today he works as a climate change and human rights consultant and with Swiss Youth for Climate, whilst completing his MBA at the University of St. Gallen. Bienvenido, Miklós. And
nothing happens. This is music without a subject. It is the gaze of the deep serene resting upon the ever-changing wave patterns of the ocean. There is no emotion, just the swelling of a tide that will again subside somewhere else in this infinite expanse of water. What you just heard was an extract from Become Ocean by John Luther Adams, who commented, "Life on Earth first emerged from the sea. As the polar ice melts and the sea level rises, we find ourselves facing the situation that we may literally once again become ocean. The last time our atmosphere had today's levels of CO2, sea levels were 30 meters higher than today. By the end of the century, we will probably add enough CO2 to the atmosphere to raise it to heights not seen since sea levels were 80 meters higher. We are quickly recreating that world here and now. Every Swiss person, as a result of his or her average CO2 emissions, contributes just enough to global warming to melt about 120 milliliters of water per minute. That is water melting from distant polar ice caps and from glaciers not far from here. In other words, since I began this speech about 2 minutes ago, I'm responsible for melting this much ice. We, 200 people in this room tonight, will ultimately be responsible for melting about 5,000 liters of ice just by us spending time here. That's approximately the volume of a small car. Think about that when you drive home tonight. But we can change that. We can begin to change and transform the world's financial systems, beginning with Switzerland's, to stop contributing to the world that Become Ocean depicts. Scientists estimate that we have precipitated so many extinctions that it will take the planet 25 million years to recover pre-Anthropocene levels of biodiversity. This is music to that stillness of a planet that has regained its balance after having lost so much of its life. Become Ocean is about a mostly physical world in which lunar tides and planetary storms are what create variety, not the tumblings of the creatures that once inhabited those places. It is this solitude of a world in which emotional beings with all their fears and worries no longer exist. Listening to this music, this vision of untouched nature, of no longer touched nature, is profoundly beautiful until we realize we will not be there to witness it. It is this intensity of feeling that inspired me to leave behind a career in music and devote my life to fighting climate change. Today, I am a climate change consultant and activist at Swiss Youth for Climate. As the composer of Become Ocean put it, music is an invitation to the listener to become more fully present. If we can imagine a culture and society in which we each feel more fully responsible for our own place in the world, then we may be able to bring that culture and society into being. I hope this music has done this for you tonight. It is in your hands now.